it's been clear, made it clear through the process that there's been no questions on the outcome of the Hillsborough trial due to the legal advice to refrain from any commentary that could prejudice any legal proceedings, so it's not fair on the able to be asked questions on that, please, if that's okay. But everything else, if you'd like to... Can you start with the injury situation, please?
Yes. Looks quite good. No major concerns, actually. So we have to see until the match, obviously. But after the game, probably you think about Verge. He trained normal, everything okay. Yesterday we only had a second recovery session, but he was involved in that, and I heard nothing different that he could maybe not train today. No, looks all okay.
Terrific win, obviously, against Spurs. How does the approach, the mentality change, or does it change when you're playing a team that are chasing the Champions League spot, as opposed to playing a team that are still battling against the possibility of relegation?
Yes, but in this change, of course, how I said in the week with Burnley, Fulham, and Bayern, or Burnley, Bayern, Fulham, it was a week like 3 times a different kind of sport. But this time it's a bit different. It's not that big. We have to see the time since Ralph Hasenhüttl is in. I think they are 8th in the table, in the form table, since he's in last 15 games at least. So that means they are fighting for the league. That gives you a good information about the intensity of the game, probably. That's clear. It's a home game for Southampton. That's another thing. But on the other hand side, they play football. They have a clear style. Meanwhile, he's made a few really good decisions. I have to say the job he's doing since he's there is incredible, and brought young players in. For academy players, it's good, of course, but on the other side, in the situation when he came in, it's a pretty brave as well. So that's a good side. It's a really good side, and we know about that. Analyze was very interesting because it doesn't look like a team who fights for the league, we would say. They look confident. They do what they do, and they stick to it, and it's good. If the games they lost were rather unlucky, then that they played bad, I would say.
And as is always the case at this time of the season, there are games going on all over the place all the time. Will you be watching Manchester City's game against Cardiff tonight? Will you not take much notice of the things that are going on in other teams around you tonight?
Is it possible to watch it?
I think so, yeah. Yes, it's live.
Yeah, probably I watch it. And it's not usual that all games during the week are that you can watch them. Then I watch it if then because of Cardiff and not because of Man City, because we play Cardiff in a couple of weeks, and so that's then I will watch it.
And just a word about Virgil, if I may, as well. Hopefully he will be fit, as you said. But when I've spoken to either forward players or even current players, they all say he's the sort of player who makes everybody around him a better player. So is that something that you see as well? So what does he do that can have that effect?
Look, that's what you expect and what you hope for when if a player is coming in, that he makes the whole team better. That's how it is, and that's how good players are. So, and he's obviously a very good player, and of course he makes players better around them. But it's our I said it a couple of times, and he's so important to us, and it's not only as a player, as a person as well. He's a brilliant boy. Everything is. I couldn't say a bad word about him even if I wanted. It's difficult, really. So that's how it is. But on the other hand side, and he knows that as all the other know that as well, that you need the boys around. It doesn't work. And there's one situation now, and there are always situations. The 1 versus 2 situation. Yeah, he needed Ali, of course, to be there. But at the end, he did it for at least. It felt like 50 seconds alone, and he decided 100% right. But on the other hand side, they still could have scored in the situation. But usually, defending is teamwork, and that helps him a lot, and he helps us a lot. That we do it as a team, and that the boys up front are usually attacking, start the defensive movements and all that stuff. That we close the right gaps. That we give him the opportunity to show his strengths. Let me say, if we put them a team under pressure and they have to play long balls, obviously ball in the air is a big strength of Verge, but it's as well a big strength of Joel. So that's good for us. And yes, he improved us and I think he improved since he's here as well. So as a player, he's a different player to the player he was when he was at Southampton. He was good there already, really, really good. But with all the different games he played now and being a part of Champions League quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, and all that stuff, that all helps you as a player. And he's, for a centre half, still younger. There's still a lot to come, and yeah, hopefully he can stay healthy, and then everything will be fine.
So in terms of that tackle on Sissoko that you mentioned, or a living tackle, was it? Were you amazed the amount of different thought processes that must have gone through his head in such a really small space of time? It just seems natural to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that. It's how you would expect that the defender defends it, because you cannot concentrate on one player and say, okay, pass the ball to the other one. He has to defend two players. That's how it is. You have to close the passing way to the other player, and it's in football always like this. If you cannot be active, then you have to give the other player the opportunity to make a mistake. Let me say like this. And that's what he actually he did. It could have happened that the ball bounced a bit too far from his foot in the dribbling, and then he could have been there. So that's a defending situation. But that's all theory. You have to do it in the right moment. You have to use all the things you know about football in the right moments. That's our life, and in this moment he did it perfect.
And just in terms, the other end of the pitch, Mo's still on 20 goals, but he was saying about how he sometimes has 2 or 3 players marking him. So given how many Sadio has got recently and how many Roberto has got as well, are they taking, or are you taking advantage of the fact that there may be an opportunity to have a space?
Oh, 100%. That's how it is, and now it's always like this. We have I don't know what number we had, what the 3 boys had last year at the same time, but this time I think it's 17, and probably 14, 15, roundabout. So that's impressive again. So that's how it is. And of course you have to, if you have only one last year we had one with 40 or what, and the others didn't have that much, and then you think, well, maybe we rely a bit too much on that. And this year we don't rely only on most goals, but he's still in a very good position in comparison to all the other players. So it's 17 goals in this moment in time is good, is absolute as a number, completely fine and really okay. And there's still a lot to come, the games to come. And it was just, and you could see it, of course, at the end it was an own goal, but it was his decisive header who forced the opponent to an own goal, and it was big relief, of course, there. I'm pretty sure it felt like it's his goal. It felt for me like it's his goal, and so it's not important if it counts or not. It's only important that you are again in the right position, and that's what I have to say. And of course, it was how the ball went in was, of course, luck or unlucky for Tottenham. But that Mo was in that situation. That came from the training ground, and that was what we did. That we wanted him to be in that position after second ball, because usually around set pieces Mo is not in the box, and in this moment he was in the box, and that we stick to that the cross came there, second post area, and that Mo was there. That is a big part of the goal as well, and so I was really pleased when I watched it back, much more than when I saw it in the 90 minutes. Everybody spoke about Spurs should have won that game in the second half. That's true. They had these chances in the first half. Sadio twice, other situations where we could have scored more goals. We were clear in charge of that game. It's normal. It's not important that people really remember that after the game and analyze. But for us, it's important. It was not a bad game of us or whatever, that we really had no clue how to play Tottenham, and then all of a sudden we won it or whatever. We did. The boys invested a lot in that game, and the intensity of the game was incredible from both teams. So it was really hard to cope with intensity, and we did that. And so I'm really happy, of course, about the results, but with big parts of the performance as well.